Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Empty Paradise's Cars and Collectibles. So today's video, as you saw the title thumbnail, I'm going to be opening up a bunch of really awesome Nissan Skyline GTRs as well as a few awesome Toyota Supras. Got some Mark IVs. And before I get started in this opening up, it is all Japanese cars, obviously with Toyota and Nissan. But I do want to point out I do have some of these sets on my merch store. There's going to be a link in the description down below. It has some pretty awesome cars in this set, especially that Phantom Subaru BRZ. But I got some other really awesome cars in the set. But like I said, link in the description down below. Pick that up on my merch store. But I also, since it's a Nissan GTR video, I do have some of these on my merch store as well. It's the R34 Hot Wheel RLC. So definitely go check it out. Link in the description down below. But let's go ahead and get started with the kind of opening up of all these really awesome, rare Hot Wheels. And some of these are actually some pretty cool cars. But we're going to go ahead and get started off with this Datsun 620 pickup. It's actually part of kind of like a pickup truck set. And some of these are in perfect condition and others are kind of in beat up condition. So it kind of breaks my heart a little bit sometimes to open up Hot Wheels that are in great condition. However, I'm going to have these on the 6-lane raceway. And man, that truck looks so good. I really like that kind of matte, kind of gray color. Has the raised lettering Datsun across the back. So every single day I do YouTube shorts where I race cars on the 6-lane raceway. And actually all these cars will be on that. So definitely stay tuned, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on any of those videos where I'm actually racing all these really rare collectible Hot Wheels. And because it's just fun. So next up we got the R35 Nissan GTR. This one's finished in a black. I did get this with a damaged card. The hook is missing. And a lot of these cars I did get damaged. So that's actually why I'm opening them up. But that looks really good. It's just a plain black, just kind of stock. Nothing too crazy. And next up we have a Datsun 240Z. It's actually a short card. The package on this actually is not too bad. And I kind of feel bad opening this. But at the same time, I did get a great deal on it. It was part of a big bundle. So it kind of breaks my heart because I'm a huge collector of Hot Wheels. And I was very opposed to opening up Hot Wheels for the longest time because I didn't want to kill the value. And I prefer collecting them in the cards. However, I want to do these Hot Wheel races. And I kind of have to do that in order to kind of make it happen. So I just figured why not go ahead and look on the market, find some really cheap Hot Wheels, especially some cool ones, and be able to open them up. This one was part of a bundle as well. It's the Nissan R390 GT1. Obviously, it's a crazy race car. So let me go ahead and open this up. And that's pretty cool right there. It's kind of like that old school, kind of race car style, which I really do like. I don't know. Actually, I just realized it does kind of have like the, almost like the Skyline taillights there, which that's actually really cool. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we had these kind of 4 random cars. I mean, we did have the R35 GTR, but we're going to go ahead. We have a few Supras we're going to open, and then after the Supras, we're going to go ahead and get into the GTRs. So this one's actually a tuned Mark IV Supra, and it looks really cool. And some of these are actually pretty old. So if you remember way back when this packaging was the main one, I believe it was early 2000s. So, which, I mean, shoot, that was 24 years ago, or maybe 20 years ago when this came out. And that actually looks really cool. If you know what a Mark IV Supra looks like, you definitely recognize that car there. And it looks wild with all these proportions. So I'm really excited to be able to race this on the 6-lane raceway as well. Rearrange the cars here. And next up we have a really cool one. It's like the Gretty one. It has the giant Hot Wheel logo there on the side. I know a lot of people love this one. They collect it. They look for it. As you see, the whole card is completely creased right there. The corners are completely torn up, super soft. And some of these actually have cracked blisters. So this one, however, does not, but the rest of the card is pretty beat up on this. So it does kind of breaks my heart a little bit opening this up, but I cannot wait to be able to put this on the 6-lane raceway and race it against some other cars head to head. I think that'll be absolutely amazing. And then we have the Supra that a lot of people love and they're looking for, and it is the Falken Mark IV Supra. I know, you might hate me for opening this, but at the same time, There's a crack in the blister. It's also like crushed blister, and the card also has some imperfections on it. So it does, it's kind of heartbreaking opening this, but like I said before with the last one, it'll be super exciting to be able to put this on the 6-lane raceway, race it head to head. Maybe like this versus like an R34 GTR. I think that would be really cool. But I think that looks awesome. I really love like that Falken livery. Even goes up on the roof there as well. And then there on the hood. But man, that looks insane. That is such a cool car, and having this livery just looks really amazing on that. So I'm really excited to be able to have like a couple, actually 3 Mark IV Supras to be able to put on the Hot Wheels 6-lane raceway. And in some daily shorts in the near future, I am definitely going to be racing all of these, and I'm going to put them head to head with other JDM cars I have. But let's go ahead and move on into the Nissan Skyline GTRs. Actually, this one is it's the Liberty Walk Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. And this is pretty cool. I do know that this has like little kind of nubby tires, so I'm curious how well that's actually going to do on the 6-lane raceway. But I do like how it has the yellow text on the top of the windshield, and has a little Liberty Walk right there on that rear fender. And man, even the bottom of this car is that nice blue. I really love the color on this. The black wide body fenders as well, black rims. Man, that's such a cool car. All right. Next up, we have the 1982 Nissan Skyline R30. So that actually is a pretty cool car. This was new for 2018. And man, I actually really do like that gray with the black, and then the gold on the wheels looks really nice as well. This is a really cool looking car. Obviously detailed taillights on that as well. But that's pretty cool. And now we're going to get into the actual like Skyline GTRs. And we're going to start off with this red Nissan Skyline R33. And man, like I said, this breaks my heart opening up a lot of these, especially being a diehard collector. A lot of these I actually do still have in my personal collection that are brand new. They're in great condition. So I am collecting a lot of these as well. But all these ones for this video are all damaged or just not the greatest condition. But man, that looks really good there in red. Has a stripe that kind of fades out. And then obviously the iconic taillights there. Little wing, which looks really cool. Set that right here. And then next up we have pretty much the exact same car, but finished here in purple. And this is also from 2018 as well, so it's pretty cool. Obviously that purple looks really nice. There's a nice glitter effect to it. Has detailed headlights and then obviously taillights as well. And does have the little GTR logo on the rear and on the license plate. So that is pretty cool. Got a couple R33s. And one of the like things that sparked this like video was I didn't have any R34 GTRs, and I think I only had like one R33. I don't remember exactly. I'm like looking at my huge display. I don't think I had an R33 as well. So it was actually like I was due for like more Hot Wheels and especially some more iconic ones. Now we're going to be moving into a bunch of R32 Skyline GTRs. And starting off, we have this really cool, in person, it's almost like a bluish purple. And on camera, it looks more just like blue. Let's just go ahead and carefully open this. Alrighty. And wow, this looks awesome. It has a carbon fiber looking hood. And man, that looks really cool. The front end is super detailed. And even has like that wing there. It's like a black plastic wing, but man, looks amazing. Obviously the iconic taillights as well. And that's so cool. Let's go ahead and set it right here. And next up, we have another R32. It's from the Night Burners from 2011. And boom, that's what it looks like right there. That is such a cool looking car. And man, this is a little difficult. I'm still getting over it. I know I keep saying it, but I hate opening these up. But at the same time, I'm excited to be able to race them all. I really do like that pattern on the side. The front is a little plain. Obviously, it has all the details with like the grill and everything, and like the die cast, and then the louvers on the hood. But I do like those gold wheels, the design on the side, all the branding down the lower side skirt, same kind of plastic wing there, and it even has a little roll cage in the back window, which both of them have that as well. I never really noticed that before. And this one actually says Skyline on the back and has a little GTR logo. So that's really cool. The blue one does not say Skyline, but does have the GTR logo. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have one that I know a lot of people are probably going to be mad that I'm opening this version. It did come out with two different versions of this. And there was one kind of with like an old school looking like wheel. And that wheel design, kind of like, not a lot of people liked it. This one is the version that has the nicer wheels, and honestly the package on this one was a lot worse than the other one I had, so I decided to collect the other one and open up the nicer, more rare one, because I think it just looks a lot better. That hood looks really cool there. I love all the different details, all the different branding there. Same thing with like the body kit, the louvers, the exhaust coming out on the passenger side, and man, that looks good. Roll cage in the back window, same wing. However, it does not have any details on the back end. There's no branding, no logos, not even the taillights like printed on there. So I obviously, because maybe they put it all on the side, they put a lot of effort. They didn't want to do too much on the car. And then we have the one that a lot of people, the Super Treasure Hunt version of this was super rare. This one, I don't really know how rare it is, but it is a regular treasure hunt. You can see that treasure hunt's right there. And man, this is the Nissan Skyline R32 GTR. I'm opening up the treasure hunts. I'm kind of mad at myself, but man, I think this looks amazing. Wow. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think of this car. Detail on the back end. I love the color, like the two-tone. Got the silver in the back and bottom, the kind of the orange color in the front and roof on the top. Has Nissan on the back window, and then the hood is black with like the louvers there in orange, and all the decals on the side. I think this is such a nice car. I am really excited to be able to run all these on the 6-lane raceway. But we got 4 cars remaining, and there are some pretty awesome cars. We have 4 of the Nissan Skyline GTR R34. And let's go ahead and get started with this really nice blue one, which that's what it looks like in the package. Man, this is such a nice one as well. And what I love about the R34 versus the R32 Hot Wheel, like the R32 has like the black plastic wing, the R34 actually has the metal die-cast wing, like all in the same thing. So I think that looks so much better. Also the taillights, like I love the R34 a lot more. Especially that front end that looks so good. And then the way you have the giant louvers there on the hood. I do really love this color. And man, I think this is such a nice Hot Wheel. So not only do we have this R34, but let's go ahead and roll into the next one. We have this kind of like a dark kind of gray charcoal colored one. And this one's really cool as well. Let's go ahead and rip this open here. And wait a minute, I just realized that this one actually does have a black plastic wing. That is interesting. So obviously Hot Wheels has changed up the diecast in the years. So this is an older Hot Wheel compared to the blue one I just opened. It's like the bottom looks the same. Like the taillights, everything looks the same. And they're pretty identical. Even like the whole front end with the louvers, the front bumper. All that is very identical. However, the back end, you can see like the wings are completely different. The dark gray one, this is like a plastic wing stuck on, and this is actually in the die cast. It's all solid one-piece metal. So that's pretty interesting how they did change it up a little bit. I guess they just made it a little bit nicer over the years. So I'm a little surprised by that. I mean, it still looks really good. And then now we're going to roll on to this one. I think this is like maybe one of the newest cars out of all of these. And this is that beautiful green one. They did have a Super Treasure Hunt of this, which I actually used to have a long time ago. But this actually has a cracked blister pack as well. So I'm not really too worried about it. I really do love this Hot Wheel right here. One of my favorites, actually. And I think it's just because like I'm not a huge fan of green. But I think that green on this car looks so good. And it has like the really cool stripes there that go down the middle. And then detailed back in, obviously like the metal die-cast wing. And those wheels look really good too. but I think that is such a cool car. And I still wish I would have had the Super Treasure Hunt version of this, but fortunately I no longer do. But I do have, I mean, like I said, that RLC version in pink that's on my merch store. But I think that's like the coolest version of the R34 or even some of the other RLCs. But I think that one's really cool. But the final car for this video, we have the Need for Speed Nissan Skyline GTR R34. Got the Need for Speed right there. And this one is one of the coolest looking ones as well. Let's go ahead and bust this thing open. And wow, I think that looks really awesome. I love when they put a lot of effort into like the decals and everything. You have that Japanese text there on the side. You get the gumball with the number 0 in the middle. And obviously all those other decals and everything. They actually do have like the lights and everything still detailed on there, which looks pretty cool. And I think that is such a really nice spec. And yeah, I really do like that quite a bit. So that is a really awesome car. So now I'm super excited to say that for some upcoming Hot Wheel race videos, the only R34 Skyline GTR I had before was the Fast and the Furious Skyline. And that was like the only one. So if I ever did race videos, that I couldn't really compete with any of the others. So now I at least have 5 R34s, and I am super excited to be able to race all these in some upcoming Hot Wheel videos. But definitely put down in the comments down below, out of all these, which one was your favorite, and also what cars would you like to see me open in some upcoming videos. I do have another video coming soon. I have a few more Hot Wheels inbound, and that does include a handful of Honda S2000s, as well as some really cool Honda Civics as well, and a bunch of other cars with that bundle. Probably about the same amount of cars, but obviously the other JDM brands. But if you guys did like this video, definitely go down and hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Also case unboxings, Hot Wheel races, and all kinds of videos coming all the time. So definitely hit that subscribe. But as always, thank you for watching.